you are. Here, have a drink. Well, I got called in for the follow-up interview and investigation. Sure, he installed weapons on a mech without reporting it, but luckily they never activated when it was started up, so no serious damage done. The reason it went haywire? The family photo he placed inside it had some leftover void storm frequencies. It messed with the circuits. Well, he'll face disciplinary action for sure. He's on academic suspension right now, helping the support staff deal with the mess his mech made. And writing a 2,000-word self-criticism. However, the professors actually saw his potential through all this. They're making an exception for him. After his suspension, he's got an internship with the Department of Engineering Research Group to work on new patrol mechs. A blessing in disguise, I guess? If this hadn't happened, he might have kept making secret mods and caused a way bigger disaster. Oh, and I promised him that once this is all over, I'd help him modify the mech's dynamics to be more stable at high speeds. In a way that actually follows the Academy's rules, of course. Oh, come on. Stop calling me that. Actually, I've been thinking lately. Now that I'm officially allowed to stay at the Academy, what can I accomplish? What can this Linnae do? Would it be too plain to just enjoy campus life? Yeah, I never thought I'd get to stay in the Academy, or even imagined having a future here. But now it's different. I finally have a place I can call home. It's like my future, Linnae's future, is finally unfolding before my eyes. I get to choose the path I want to take. Seeing that student, it was like looking at my old self. I used to just go along with things and make up excuses to avoid facing reality. I want to be the kind of person who can guide my friends out of their dark moments. That way, I can look in the mirror and truly feel good about the person I see. Well, I still haven't figured out exactly what I'll do or what my goals are, but there are so many things I want to do right now. It's pretty hard to figure out what to do first with so many fun things to try. So bittersweet. Not today. Sitting together with you like this also feels pretty nice.
Live to hunt. Live to hunt.
Heading to the testing field. Be careful.
Self-modeling. Indicators. The basic structure is complete, but with this margin of error, which approach should we take? Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you had arrived.
Did I interrupt your work?
Not at all. That was my mistake. I promised I'd only use 15 minutes of your time. I should be using it more efficiently.
You look troubled. Can I help?
No. It should be fine as long as you're here. But if you could, for the next 15 minutes, please follow my instructions precisely. Don't worry. It's just what we did last time. Well, I implemented your advice for a mid-work energy intake, and it yielded a notable boost in my efficiency. But today, when I consumed plant-based milk during my work session, the very same action failed to bring an efficiency boost or inspiration. To reproduce the result with controlled variables, one factor was missing.
And you mean...
Correct. To fully replicate the environment, I also bought 2 packs of supercubic energy supplement. Could you hand me the first pack? Strange. Even with the energy intake and the conversation with you, my mind didn't turn sharper. Quantification. Interpretability. Cross-validation. No, the extrapolation doesn't work. Need to find a new optimization. Did our 15 minutes already pass? I wasted our time together again.
What you really need right now is just to relax. Let's go somewhere else for a breather. Inspiration might come more easily.
Go somewhere else for a breather? I'm unsure of the correlation between location and productivity, but since you suggest it, I'll consider the hypothesis. I need to finish some tasks first. I'll message you once I'm done. No, I'm okay. I really look forward to doing something together with you again.
Yes, I hear your call. You seek something. Something to help you.
Live to hunt.
You're here. Studies show that ideal relaxation spaces feature bright light, ample oxygen, and open views. That's why I chose this location. What do you think? That means a lot. I rarely leave the Institute for anything other than work, so this is unusual for me. It's nice here. The breeze, the view. I think I'm feeling relaxed. Thank you. I had a great time today. I hope to convert this feeling into inspiration back at the Institute. Otherwise, your efforts will be wasted.
Even if I can't offer professional advice, talking might lighten your mind. Just like when we launched Helios.
Understood. Then, I'll borrow a bit more of your time. Please look at this. Sylph, an escort mech designed for Frostland expedition teams. It's mainly designed to boost mobility, gliding, dashing, short flights, all to improve exploration efficiency.
That doesn't sound like something that would bother you.
True. Its current structure has already made all these functions possible. Yes, according to field reports, the challenge in the Frostlands isn't just environmental. The crew's mental stability is equally critical. Isolation, monotonous views, repetitive work, interpersonal friction, and lack of privacy. These all impair team morale and hinder research. I hope Sylph can also provide psychological support. But that isn't my specialty. Emotional needs vary by personality. Ideally, a mathematical model should account for all cases. I need to use quantifiable personality indicators from validated metrics, such as Star Torch Mental Health Scale, New Federation Multiphasic Personality Scale, or targeted self-assessments for critical situations. Then there's the variance in reliability and validity between the scales, the bias and the covariance introduced by subjects answering in different contexts, and the convergence criteria for the models. Sorry, did I confuse you?
When it comes to people, you have to try to understand the emotional aspect.
Understand the emotional aspect?
That's right. Just leave it to me.
Can you keep up? Let's not linger. Oh, your life is mine to take.
You can't escape me. Walk on. Behave now.
About the notes you lent me last week, I spotted a few parameters that seemed off. I
Live
marked
to
them up
hunt.
for you, but
Oh, wow, thanks. I didn't even catch that.
about the notes you lent me last week, I spotted a few parameters that seemed off.
So, understanding the emotional aspect involves watching a movie?
Yeah, I figured you haven't watched many.
If by movies you mean edited videos, then I'm familiar with observing experimental records. Do you like movies? I see. Then I'll watch carefully, just like you do.
It's starting. I hope you enjoy it.
It's a beautiful story. Yes, I did notice a few logical gaps. For instance, someone as knowledgeable as Mikana should have managed the readout failure more effectively, and an outsider like Elian wouldn't have had clearance for the core research sector. But when Mikana's photo travels through gravity and time and finds its way back to Elian a century away, I felt my eyes well up. When old Elian looks at Mikana's smile in the photo, unchanged from their first meeting, what could he possibly be feeling? You're right. After all, the real Mikana has been lost to the black hole forever.
Because meeting Mikana is probably the most beautiful memory in his life.
The most beautiful memory. I understand now. No matter who they are or what they're going through, there's always something that can lift a person up. Sorry, I need to return to the lab immediately.
Hope she doesn't get a speeding ticket from Mr. Sigma.
Live to hunt.
Hey!
Into the wind.
Worry not. Perish. Hey. This is the one. The prototype of self. I've added a frequency recording and playback feature on top of the original structure. It can scan brainwaves to locate the memory that elicits the strongest positive emotional response. In other words, the most beautiful memory of the user. Using technology similar to the frequency cassette recorder, it converts that memory into a storable data file, ready to be played back when needed. This way, a single playback can make them feel happy again, regardless of their present mood. How do you like this self feature? Excellent. I'll submit it for review right away. I hope it will be approved for mass production soon. Rejected? I don't understand. The mechanical structure is proven safe, and the emotional feature uses fully established technology. Yes, that makes sense. It reminds me of when you first brought me the supplements. My efficiency improved initially, but I couldn't replicate the results afterwards. What truly helps isn't the memory itself, but how we gain strength through it. I understand now. Iteration and optimization are fundamental for science. I am a professor, remember? Still, this means I have to redesign Sylph from the ground up. That makes it the only prototype left for this version. Would you like to have it? As a keepsake for witnessing its birth from the start. Oh, and one more thing. Though it's only a prototype, it functions perfectly. While it's not suited for mass production, I hope it can still help you capture a memory you truly cherish.
The memory I truly cherish. I'm curious myself. Using it once should be okay, as long as I don't abuse it. Sure, let's try it.
All right, powering on. Recording started. Oh, wait. I forgot to delete my sample data.
Someday, we'll meet again.
Live to hunt.
About the notes you lent me last week, I spotted a few parameters that seemed off.
Live to hunt.
About the notes you lent me last week, I spotted a few parameters that seemed off.
You just in time. I checked the surveillance footage and didn't see anyone coming in and out with a dessert. Pity. But it seems the cameras won't be much help to us. Then I'll be your assistant, detective. Anything you need, just let me know.
Live to hunt.
Young friendship is so full of passion. Even if you tell them not to visit, they'll always find a way to sneak in. Later, I simply set up seats for visitors so they could sit and chat here.
This cat looks familiar. I think I've seen it inside the infirmary before.
Yes, come to think of it, this cat could be considered one of the doctors here.
No luck here as well, it seems.
Indeed. He's probably struggling with himself. If If I had known someone was there at the time, I would have opened the door and offered him some candy at least. I started off assuming we were looking for a person, but having thought about it, the culprit might not be a human at all.
Did you discover something?
Not a discovery. I just remembered something now. When you were describing the clues, I was suddenly reminded of a few little moments. The thought that flashes through the mind in an instant is often the closest thing to the truth. When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Am I right? Why don't we recreate the scene? Think of it as a role-playing game. When I was infiltrating the Fraxidus, I had to regularly change identities. A priest, a doctor, a delivery guy, and occasionally, dead body. You weren't exactly thrilled with my methods back then, but things are much safer now. No one's shooting at me, and we're just looking into some missing waffles. Like I said, you're the detective, and I'm your assistant.
All right then. So, commissioned by the Star Torch Academy Infirmary, I will be the detective investigating this missing waffle case.
And I'm your assistant, and also the client of this commission. The incident occurred at 7:30 a.m. this morning. We've searched through all humans entering and leaving the infirmary around that time and found no notable suspects. Meaning, only one possibility remains. What do you reckon?
If no human committed the crime, then the suspect isn't a person. Could it be that calico cat?
Nicely deduced. If it's a small campus animal, one that can easily stay out of sight, it's no wonder it avoided the cameras.
If that cat is the culprit, it couldn't have finished the entire plate on the spot.
But when I returned to the infirmary, the plate was empty.
Looks like it packed the rest and left. Question is, where?
A place not far from here. Quiet, undisturbed. A place like...
Live to hunt.
Speaking of a place nearby with plenty of cover, this might be it. All the equipment and materials piled up here have created the perfect little hideouts for small animals, but they're quite alert. If we approach without caution, they'll likely make a run for it.
Should we use something as bait?
I don't think the assistant should steal the detective's thunder now. But if you insist... Waffles are almost finished. Seems our cat friend has been hungry for a while. It's all skin and bones. Such a small cat. No wonder it didn't get caught on surveillance.
Quite the appetite for its size.
That means it's still healthy overall. When a student is overwhelmed, I sometimes recommend that they adopt a small pet through the academy. It can really help people unwind. Of course, it does come with duties. A little one like this, for instance, needs a stable home and a lot of patience.
It doesn't seem to be a cat registered with the academy. What should we do with it?
Oh, it's very frightened and may have a stress response. Let's take it somewhere quiet first. Then we'll discuss further when it gets better.
Yes, I hear your call. You seek something. Something to help.
About the notes you lent me last week, I spotted a few parameters that seemed off.
Well, it's starting to feel at home now.
Since the Academy allows animal adoptions, let's take it to the shelter.
The standard animal adoption process for students is rather complicated, but there are ways to navigate it more smoothly. For example, we could start with background checks for students and support staff. Then, we could invite a select group to the adoption event.
So you already had everything figured out on the way back?
The young have the luxury of thinking one step at a time. But as adults, we always have to think a few steps further. If you're able to attend the adoption event, that would certainly move things along. You could be a surprise guest and, at the right moment, hold up this clever little kitten for everyone to see.
Sounds awfully like you want me to enjoy the festivity.
You can put it that way. Just like a machine will malfunction if its springs are too tight, we all need to unwind from time to time. I hope your time here as a student can leave some sweet memories for you. Would that embarrass you?
It's just, sometimes I feel like you're a little too careful with my feelings, Luke. I'd rather you stand next to me. Just like old times. Not simply watching from a distance, but walking right beside me.
Walking right beside you. Huh. I see. You want me to be more than just an observer. This is what you meant when you first invited me to the Academy, right? You wanted me to monitor the Fraxidus, but you also hoped that witnessing the vibrant life here would save me from the mire of my past. And just as you anticipated, the youth here have indeed lifted my spirit. Watching them always gives me a lovely little escape from the stress, even if it's just for a moment.
So, feel like enjoying your break now?
Well, I've already accepted your invitation. Only my approach is a bit special. It's like this little calico who wandered into our world. There's a special joy in just getting involved naturally, doing what feels right. But on a day like this, I shall take my friend's advice. I'll try my best to enjoy the break, at least.
Got anything in mind?
How about we start by recruiting some kind-hearted people to adopt this cat? I'll try not to make any plans and just go with the flow. This way, would you feel that I'm relaxed and enjoying myself in the moment? Although I'd like to come up with a better proposal, there's still a little fellow waiting for a home. once it's adopted, I'll apply for some time off. Then I'll invite you again. Now, I'll relax and go try to find our little friend a home.
Let's not linger. Found you. Behold this boy. Off with you.
Gotcha.
My move is
Behave now.
Fading flames.
Find my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate.
scorched to
About the notes you lent me last week, I spotted a few parameters that's
Live to hunt.
Let's just make do with a Nutri-Pack for now.
The Overtonic Society is back with a new album, Kiss Fortune.
Let's just make do with a Nutri-Pack for now.
Live to hunt.
Hibation Summer and Void Worms on Sunday.
Live to hunt. Live to hunt.
Sorry for the wait. How's our furry friend doing? That's great. Indeed. Now that this minor incident is behind us, it's time we find... Me?
I mean, it can really help people unwind.
So, this is the break you want me to enjoy?
That's just my thought. It's up to you.
To be honest, I don't find the idea unacceptable, but bringing a new life into my own is something I shouldn't take lightly. For instance, the cat would need its own space to explore, clean water, nutritious and balanced food, and, of course, enough toys to play with. And all of those things would take half of my room at least. Are you sure? It'll be a considerable amount of work. Then it's settled. Next time you visit, maybe you could bring a few toys it might like. I'm completely clueless when it comes to amusing a cat. Something that rolls or moves under its paws. Things it can tread safely. Preferably something that can help me relax as well. I can already imagine it speeding across the room and scattering my neatly organized documents.
Then you'd shake your head while brushing paper scraps off its tail.
Sounds like something that might actually happen.
And later on, you'll have to give it a name.
Ooh, a name. Something I'm not particularly good at. I'll let you decide when you visit. I have work this afternoon. I'll take it to a checkup before my shift. Once I take a break from work again, I'll invite you over to try a few new dishes. And let's see if this little one has learned to open the door for you by then. You're just in time, Rover. The last student has just left, so my vacation is officially starting now. Indeed. If you hadn't reminded me, I would have almost forgotten about the whole mountain of paid leave of mine. If I used it all at once, I could spend almost a year traveling. But then, I imagined the academy would probably be calling me back after just a month. Not really. It's just that I wanted to be someone like that, and I've always done my best to live up to that. Fortunately, not everything works out as I'd like. That little cat knife, it ran away on the third day in my dorm. Now it only comes back for food when it's really hungry. It lets me pet it while eating, and even for a little while after the meal. Then it always scampers off. Perhaps some cats aren't really cut out for being indoor pets. The fact that it keeps coming back probably means it already considers this home.
Do you think it will always come back to you?
Maybe. Or maybe not. Well, it's not like I can have a counseling session with a cat and have it open up to me. For such a free-spirited little creature, there's no controlling it. Perhaps all I can do is give it the space to be free and go wherever it pleases.
So that's why you're not forcing it to stay.
Yes. It's a lot like life itself. We can only control so much, but there's so much more we can appreciate.
Why did you become a psychologist, Luke?
You see, when someone is under too much stress, they can grow numb to the pressure itself while losing some of their empathy for others. If a person has to bear that stress while still holding on to their empathy, the pain has to go somewhere. It can lead to outbursts, lethargy, or even self-destruction. On that rainy night, someone stood by that gravestone waiting for me. Just knowing I didn't have to face everything alone was enough to stop me from falling into the abyss. Most of the time, being alone or not might not make much of a difference. But when you're trapped in despair, a little support is like a lamp in a long, dark night. So now, it's my turn to be that person for others. That includes you. I hope that if you're ever feeling too tired, I'll be the first to notice. Glad to hear. I'll keep working on it. To the vacation. And to the free little cat.
To the free. And to a future where all can enjoy freedom.